This is John Osborne, also known as Trader John O on StockTwits and Twitter. I thought I'd give an FX educational outlook for the upcoming week on a few of the symbols that we've been watching, just to give you an update. Today is May 14th, and this will be good for overnight and into Monday on the 15th. We're already halfway through the month of May. The first thing we're going to look at is the pound yen, and the pound yen's been making this move up. Remember, we were looking to break above the 148.447. It couldn't quite do that, and it's pulled back until this previous resistance that we broke here at 145.387. So let's watch what happens as it nears that point. We're still bullish on the weekly, but we are getting this little bit of a pullback. One thing we can watch is one of these trend lines across the top up here, and it's your choice which one you want to follow, whether you follow this one or this one. But we want to see if we can break above that, and that would let us continue our uptrend. We're still in an uptrend technically, so we'll see what happens here as time goes on. With the pound Swissy, we're also in an uptrend on the daily. You can see that we are bouncing off the midpoint of, the midpoint of the Bollinger Band here that we've added to our charts. You can see we're struggling to get above the second pivot on the weekly that we had to get above here, that 1.31186. So we're getting a little bit of a pullback here that's showing up more magnified here on the 120. We can see it also on the 240, though I haven't drawn a line in there. But still, we're getting higher highs and higher lows as we continue on here. So we're still in an uptrend, and we're still seeing, and there's no divergence or anything here yet, so we're still going to remain bullish in that market. For the Aussie US dollar, and this is one of our bearish ones, we can see we are still within the weekly pennant pattern here. We've been in this pennant pattern for a while. We still have this support line. We can adjust that line a little bit higher now because the lines come up underneath us here, so we can move that down, and that would put us right around 0.72972 or so. It's eyeballed, so we'll see if we can get a better look at that in a little as the week goes by here. But we can see we have lower lows and lower highs, therefore we're trending lower, and we're bearish on our daily and we're bearish on the weekly. We just want to keep an eye on that support and see if we can break through there as we continue to move lower. For the pound loonie, you can see that we're bouncing off the 200 bar moving average on the weekly, and we are pulling back towards the midpoint on the Bollinger Band on the daily. So you can see we're in this almost into a consolidation channel here now on the 240, and that will dictate whether or not we can break and go higher and continue the move we saw up, or if we resume back lower. Right now we're looking to break lower. Some of the things that are consolidating, we had the Aussie yen, which was running up in this micro uptrend here. You can see we were in a downtrend, and then we've done this little bit of an uptrend here. We haven't broken above this previous pivot, and if we can break down through this point, and especially on the weekly, if we can get on through here, we might see some pretty good bearishness to move lower. With the Aussie Swissy, we're also in a downtrend here, but we're trying to break through this support line that we had here on the weekly, and so far we've bounced up and we're staying above this older trend line here. So we're a little bit confused about which way this one's going to go, though we are looking bearish on the weekly. So watch for some consolidation and maybe a break. We've broken this support at 0.73903, but we need to close below there again and get some movement lower if we're going to see it pick a direction. We're also consolidating in this descending triangle pattern here, or wedge, and that's on the euro pound, so we can watch for the 0.83039 support. We're seeing a pretty good bullish move up lately on this last couple of days here as we run up a little higher, so we might be able to draw a trend line across the tops here and see if we can bounce off of that, but I don't want to draw too many lines on our charts, so we'll see what happens with that one. And with the dollar loonie, finally, we've still broken out above the 1.35978, which looks bullish, but we're in this consolidation channel that you can see outlined here on the 240. So we're watching for a breakout there. And that'll do it for today. We'll catch up with you next time.